So we're going to be here for a couple of hours, so settle in and hopefully we'll enjoy each other's company. Let me tell you a little bit about who's going to be on the programme. We will have, obviously, the Prime Minister of Georgia, who is stood right next to me here. Mike Mack will be up, the CEO from Syngenta. Let's also tell you Robin Niblett will be here from Chatham House. I have a feeling, though, that we are not going to be talking to the gentleman from Barrett
Mr. Chopra, I understand not as well. No, but we're going to speak to the CIO of Algebris as well, talk about some investment opportunities. But as you saw on that list on the wall there, Mike Rake will be joining as well. We are going to be speaking to the Prime Minister of Georgia, so let's not delay him anymore. Irakli Gharibashvili joins us now. Sir, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Well, look, before I put words into your mouth, what has been the key issue for you here in Davos?
Well, thank you very much for inviting me. I've had many meetings with the European leaders, with the business companies, with the CEOs who are interested in investing in Georgia. I came here with specific projects, with specific, proposals for the investors who are interested in Georgia, for example, in energy sector, because this is the energy sector, one of the fastest growing sector in Georgia, and also tourism, which is another fastest growing sector, agriculture, manufacturing. And I want to say that we have made significant progress in every aspect in Georgia, especially in the last 2 years. Starting from agriculture, education, healthcare, and many others. And I think this is a great opportunity to meet with people and exchange views and opinions.
Because we know that there has been some debate, and I think you've put that debate to bed, about whether your country is still pro-European and pro-Western, because there have been some changes at the tail end of last year, I think amongst others the Defence Minister as well. But I think you categorically said, we are all pro-Western in the government. I think that's pretty much what you said, isn't it?
Absolutely, and I don't know anybody who puts our European integration or European orientation under doubt. It is absolutely our foreign policy, and this is our choice. This is the choice of our people, and of course we're absolutely dedicated and motivated to continue this path.
Because
and of course, I want to say that last year that we signed the association agreement with the European Union and this is the FTA, and this is a firm choice. This is the choice of our government, of our people, and we're fully motivated to implement this agreement.
It's very important on two levels. One, because there is a high expectation for you to carry on reform of judiciary, reform of regulations, reform of the country as a whole. But on another level as well, and we've both spent a lot of time over the last year or so in Russia and Ukraine, and there's a big Ukrainian delegation here, big Russian delegation as well. Mr. Shuvalov I saw today, Mr. Poroshenko is here. And you're being dragged into this as well, of course, because of similar concerns about Russia and Russian influence. Abkhazia, of course, comes up again as well. So how has that manifested itself with you?
Well, you know that the major problem with Russia, in our relations with Russia, is the occupied territories of Abkhazia and Ossetia. You know that we tried to normalize relationship with Russia, and we separated our economic and trade relations from the political relationship. On the economic and trade side, we have some improvements, and they open the market for us, for our wine, agricultural goods, and so on. But on the political side, there has been no improvement. On the contrary, the Russian side didn't respond to our constructive policy in the same spirit. What they did is that 2 months ago, they signed a new treaty with the de facto Abkhazia, with the occupied region, Abkhazia, and today, Russian State Duma ratified this agreement. They're going to sign the same treaty with Ossetia. Basically, we consider these agreements as another step toward the annexation of our territories. And therefore, I think that it's not going to help to rebuild the trust between the two countries, and also to solve this problem. And our objective is to start to achieve the deoccupation of our country, of our regions, and start the immediate reconciliation with our citizens living in Abkhazia and Ossetia. So this is our main objective. So, and again, our European integration, our European orientation, this is the choice of our people, and this is not against anybody. This is not against Russia, but this is purely our choice, because we really want to transform Georgia into a real, European state.
Can I ask you, as long as these issues dominate, they deter foreign investors from putting money into your economy. How do you overcome that conversation when you have that with them and they come and talk to you about business opportunities?
I'll tell you. So I think, in the last 2 years, we proved that our government is a pragmatic, very constructive and predictable government. And we do not do anything against our national interests. We do not do anything in order to create some risk to our stability and safety. And what we did in the last 2 years, we reinforced the security and stability in our country and in the region because of our constructive policy, because of our constructive approach to anybody, right, including Russia. We create a stable environment and business-friendly environment for the foreign investors. And by the way, I want to say that in the third quarter, we had a sharp rise in the foreign direct investment. We had up, foreign direct investment jumped up to 99% if you compare it to last year, and 155% up to, if we compare it to 2012. So therefore, I wouldn't agree that, I understand some investors may have some fear.
Yeah.
They're watching, but they see the progress. They see that Georgia it is still a young democracy with young leadership, but very much motivated to deliver.
What leadership would you like to see from the West then to address this more aggressive Putin posture to the former Soviet Union? What are you not seeing at the moment that you would like to see?
Me or
you
mean?
From either from Brussels or from Washington or from somewhere else?
Well, that's the main question, right? How to deal with this crisis. Actually, I want to say a few words about Ukrainian crisis, because Ukraine is a very close friend country, and we, of course, we're very concerned about the situation that is going on in Ukraine. And I want to tell you that we experienced this conflict in 2008. At that time, the world didn't pay attention or enough attention to that crisis or to that conflict in 2008, right? So now we have Ukrainian crisis. I think the international support, consolidated international reaction to such, such policy, right, from Russia, needs to be done, and properly and effectively. And of course, dialogue, peaceful dialogue. There's no alternative to the peaceful dialogue in this situation.
Sir, thank you very much indeed for those words.
Thank you very much.
Very nice to see you.